Guys, so I thought I would do a changing video with baby Maddie, and I'm actually going to put her in the romper that Clara wore at the doll show, because I think this would be a very pretty color on her. So I'm going to go ahead and change her out of this. She looks so hot wearing wearing this like sleepy thing. So I'm going to go ahead and change her. And yeah, and I thought I would just chat with you guys for a little bit because there was a really interesting topic going around on Doll Fan around there's a lady who really who collects both silicones and reborns, but has found herself really just preferring her reborns over her silicones. And I thought that was really interesting because I think we've had a number of videos going around where we've talked about the opposite. Like after starting to collect silicones, you know, do you kind of completely lose interest in your vinyl reborns? And I think this is also something that can evolve and change over time as well. So the changing part's going to be really quick, and I'll just chat with you guys. So Erica Jones had posted how, like, I think initially after she started getting silicone babies, she did sort of lose interest in her vinyl reborns, and then more recently she's really gotten back into her vinyl reborns again. And I feel like I've been the same way. Like when I first got my two portrait babies, I was kind of like, I had this feeling of like, wow, I have like my ultimate baby and I don't need these other reborns anymore. So I got rid of them, and I do regret that because I am somebody I've learned that likes variety in her collection. So I just thought that was, you know, I just thought that was kind of an interesting topic, but yeah, the lady's reasons for posting, like, and why she's like interested. Oh, she looks so pretty like this, you guys. And why and you can check out her hair. I just really like how Melissa Root's hair. But the reason she had lost kind of interest in her silicones or was not as like drawn to her silicones is just the perception that they are more fragile. And I have to admit, I am the same way. I actually do handle my silicones a lot less. With a reborn, I wouldn't hesitate to change them daily, and I don't worry about paint coming off and things like that. I mean, I am very gentle, and I handle them very carefully. I haven't really taken my babies out, and if I am out, I'm very careful about the direct sunlight, things like that. But with silicones, they're first of all, they are a lot more expensive, so there's kind of that aspect of it. And in general, I think for me at least, it's hard to really sort of use and enjoy my nicer and more expensive things. I know it's one of those things where if you paid a lot for it, you should try to use it and enjoy it more, because then your cost per wear or cost per use goes down, and then you're kind of getting your money's work. But if you spend, let's say you spend, a couple $1,000s on a really expensive handbag, and it just sits in your closet. And I have to admit, I have handbags were my vice, when I was a little bit earlier in life. So I do have a couple of really nice handbags, but I am a little afraid to use them because, I have small kids. They have sticky fingers, it's going to get beat up, it's going to get dirty. So I kind of reserve the nice things for when I know they're not going to get messed up. And it's kind of on more of a special occasion thing. So, but I actually kind of want to change that because I feel like, life is short. And now that I am, I just turned 40 earlier this year, for those of you guys who don't know, and those of you who are moms may relate, like just being in this phase of life, I'm like realizing, well, I don't want to be like, kind of have life pass by and all of a sudden I'm 70 and I realize I was like afraid to enjoy my nice things. And so I just want to encourage all of you, or encourage myself while I'm at it as well, to, enjoy the beautiful babies that, that you have in your collection, including kind of the nicer, higher end silicones if you own them, or your nicer, higher end reborns. Just enjoy what you have, and, cherish what you have, and be appreciative. So that's kind of my little word of wisdom for the day. But yeah, with regards to vinyl reborns, I think one other thing about them that I really like versus the silicones is they're very light. So that was one of the reasons going to the doll show I decided to bring Clara, and just because she's a lot lighter, and it's it was just more manageable carrying her around. Whereas carrying around like a 10-pound silicone, that I can't even do that for more than like, 10 minutes without getting really tired. So it's so there's a little bit of that aspect of it too. Um, but I think it's more for most of us. It's more of a, reborns feel a little bit more worry free. And the other thing people really like about reborns, and this lady also mentioned, and there's some people who don't like silicones at all and only like reborns, is just the level of realism you're able to achieve in reborn painting is pretty incredible. So when you at first glance, or maybe just from a slight distance, a reborn can look more realistic than a silicone. But I think it all depends on how well done that reborn is, and also how well done that silicone is. Because I somewhat disagree with that, because I do see a lot of silicone babies that to me like are the ultimate in realism, and especially when you're talking about full body, there's something really cool about a full body silicone that looks really realistic. So anyway, those are just some of my thoughts on that topic. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. You guys know I love a good discussion topic. Um, on whether do you prefer your reborns over your silicones, and or do you only prefer collecting reborns only, or conversely, are you only a silicone collector as well? So those are just some thoughts I have, and would love to kind of hear what you guys have to say. But this is Maddie. For those of you guys who don't know, she is the Angel Sculpt by Bonnie Sieben, and her artist is Melissa George. And you guys have seen I have a couple of babies by Melissa George. And I'm also reborn expecting another baby from Melissa, which should arrive after I get back from vacation. So I'm really, really excited to show you that baby. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.